Okay, so now that we have a little more understanding about the cutscene files, let's put some of that info into practice. So we have an animated GIF that's sized to 484 by 272. But remember that our current screen is 320 by 240. So we'll need to figure out the best way to make it fit. In the description, I have a link to download this logo. We'll be adding this logo to show up after the CNOW team logo. We can do this by opening up the logo.txt file in the scenes folder. So let's go ahead and open that up. At line 6, we see the animation command that points to the CNOW logo. So first things first, let's download that dbh-logo.gif file and place it into the data scenes folder. All right, so once you've downloaded and placed it into the folder, we'll need to add a new line underneath line 6 with the following code. You got the command of animation, space, data, /scenes / dbh-logo.gif space 0 space 0. All right, so that's fine for now. So if we run it, we'll notice that the logo is not centered at all. Remember the X coords. So we'll need to center it using some math. So the screen size, remember, is 320 by 240. And since the image is larger than the screen, we'll need to offset where the image is shown. To center an image that's larger than the camera, you move it to the left, then up. And the amount of pixels we need to move it is what we plan to calculate. So remember this from the stage design lesson. Any value that's to the left of the camera or above the camera means that they have a negative value. The width of the new logo is 484 and the camera size is 320. So to move left means to subtract the larger from the camera size. So in this case, you could either do 320 by 484, or to make it even easier, if you're using a calculator, you could do 484 minus 320 and then multiply by -1 to turn it into a negative value. The height of the new logo is 272 and the camera size is 240. So to move up means to subtract again. So it's either 240, which is the height of the camera, minus 272. Or if you're using a calculator, you can just do 272 minus 240 and then just make the value that you get negative. So in the first case, you have 484 minus 320 is 164. You just turn that to negative. So that would, the value that you're going to use is negative 164. For the height, it's 272 minus 240. And you just make that a negative value. So that would be negative 32. All right. And if you need to rewind this to go through it again, please do, or ask any questions that you may have. So we have the value negative 164 for the X value and negative 32 for the Y value. You remember with the stage design lesson, we had to divide those values by 2 to get the center of the screen. We did that before. So we'll do the same thing here. So if we take negative 164 and divide it by 2, you get negative 82. If you take negative 32 and divide by 2, you get 16, negative 16. So there you have it. Your X and Y values to offset are -82 and -16. So just like you would with chords in stage design, you would use those values as the next two parameters, like so. So it'll be animation space data slash scenes /dbh dash logo dot gif space -82 space -16. All right, so now that you've updated this, let's go ahead and save it, run the game, and check it out. And as you can see, it's there, but you gotta wait for everything to play out to even see it. Because if you press A, it's gonna skip past everything. So let's change some of that to where you can skip each animation without ending the whole scene. You remember those two other parameters, the skip and no skip? We first need to add those parameters. We want to be able to skip past each animation, so to do that, we set the skip parameter to 1 and the no skip parameter to 0. So you would update line 7 to look like this. Animation space data /scenes /dbh dash logo dot gif space dash -82 space -16 space 1 space 0. You also need to do the same for line 6 and add these parameters to the end of that line as well. So it would look like this. Animation space data /scenes /sceneisle dot gif space 0 space 0 space 1 space 0. Should look like that. So if we launch the game now, make sure to save it, obviously. If we launch the game now, we'll see that we can skip each logo now. And there you have it. Seems simple, right? All right, so now let's move on to what we've been waiting for, which is model creation. See you soon. We hope you're learning what you can from these free tutorials. Again, if you feel you need more in-depth or extensive services or extra help with learning and getting the most out of this and don't want to wait on the videos, please feel free to join our DBH community for only $5. That doesn't mean you can't ask questions on here though. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post those. Like and share this playlist for those who may need it. At the end of the day, we just want to help people build their engineering and coding skills to be efficient wherever they want to go. I'm Kevin, appreciate you watching and be brilliant. Peace.